Hello and welcome back to our final computer education class for this session. I'm sure you had a long journey with our computer classes this year. And yes, I'm sure you need a little bit of practice and revision now and again. So today's class is all about that. By the end of today's class, the students will be able to recapitulate previously learned topics, apply their logical and analytical skills to answer the questions, determine whether the given fact is true or false, formulate facts from the given clues, analyze the functions of various features in MS Paint and MS Word files, and justify their use of the same. So, what is so special about today's lesson? Well, for one, we won't learn anything new today. We will be revising all our topics that we have covered throughout the year. Is that too much? I don't think it'll be difficult for you because it'll be rather fun. How? We are going to play a quiz today. I have framed different rounds for you. So let's get started with round 1. In this round, you have to choose the right answer from the given options. The first one, as you can see, is very easy. The CPU is the dash of the computer. Heart, lung, brain, or mind? What do you think? Right you are. The CPU is the brain of the computer. Very good, children. You can calculate points for each round and each question. Give yourself 2 marks if you've got this question right. Our second question goes, which is a portable computer? Here are your list of options. Is it a laptop, a booktop, a desktop, the CPU, or a CD? If you have figured out the answer, you have to give yourself 2 more points. Yes, that is 4 marks. And your answer here is laptop. Portable means something which can be moved from place to place. And it is only a laptop which we can move that also acts like a computer. The third question reads, what do you use for typing? So which part or accessory do you use for typing on the computer? Is it a mouse, a joystick, an arrow, a keyboard, or the CPU? Now, in the previous round, you had 4 marks. If you get this one right, you will get 6. Yes, we've added 2 more, isn't it? So, did you get this one right? Correct. The answer is keyboard. Well done, children. I'm sure you're clapping like these penguins here. And you have gathered 6 marks for yourselves. 2 plus 2 plus 2. Why, that is repeated addition. You have done repeated addition, isn't it? And this also gives us the table of 2. So 3 questions answered and 2 mark each. So 2 threes are 6. Now it's time for round 2. And in this round, you will get picture clues. The first one again is very simple. Identify the icon. Which icon is this? Yes, you are absolutely correct. This is the MS Paint icon. So, how much do we add to our points? Correct, 2 more. And we have 8 points now. Let's see if you can get this one right. This would make it equal to a decade. How much is a decade, children? Yes, it's 10. So, which of these shapes will you use to make a circle? I know it looks pretty obvious and stares at you in your face, but the answer is not really that simple. I want the name of the shape that gives us a circle. I can see you are pointing to the right shape. And what is the name of this shape? Yes, it is an oval. When you go to the oval option in MS Paint, you can stretch it and make it into a circle. Very good, children. I see that you have been practicing in MS Paint really very well. So what is our next question? You have to now tell me what is the function of this icon? Do you know where we find this icon? If you are thinking it's a paint file, then you are not correct. And since we've done only two kinds of files, I've actually given out the answer. It is in the Word file, but what does it do? If you have said it is used to change the color of the font in MS Word, then, my dear children, you are absolutely right. Clap for yourselves because you've just gained 2 more points. How much is our score now? Yes, it's a dozen, which is 12. Unbelievable, children. I hope you are all geared up for the next round. You have been an amazing sport all this while. In our next round, you have to tell me whether the given statement is true or false. Here is the first one. Computers can express emotions. True or false? Have you ever looked at your computer and thought, maybe it is crying, maybe it is sad? Did you ever ask your computer how is it feeling? Well, you can't because it doesn't feel. Well, not yet. So this answer is false. And our score is 14 if you have got it right. This one says scanner is an input device. Is it true or false, children? Yes, it is an input device. If you have said false, then you're still stuck at 14. And if you have said true, then you've gone up to 16. Do you know 8 plus 8 makes 16? Then we have the third one. We need a webcam for a video conference. A video conference will be something like your online class. If you are using a desktop computer, do you think you would need a webcam for the class? True or false? If you have said true, then you are absolutely correct because in a desktop computer, we do need a webcam for video calls. In a laptop, the camera is inbuilt, just like in our phones. So children, do you think you've scored up to 18? Are you ready for a few more questions then? What will be our next score? Why, it will be a score. So it's time for round 4. And before getting 20 points or a score, you have to guess the fact. I'm going to show you a series of pictures and you have to tell me what does it mean. So are you ready? Great. Let's get started. Here is our first picture clue. What do you think? What does this mean? Right. When we first learnt about the rules of the lab, this was one of the rules. We cannot wear shoes inside the lab. So this sign reads no shoes. Have you scored 20 yet? What do you think? How many points should I give you? Let's wait and count. Here We have three more clues, and you have to tell me what is the fact. Alt plus F4. What do we get when we press Alt plus F4? Right, our computer is shut down. So, are you keeping the score? Where are we now? At 22. Amazing, isn't it? 2 in the tens house, 2 in the ones house. Let's see how far we can go. When you long press the Shift key and at the same time click on an alphabet key, what happens? Right, we get a capital letter, and this makes our score 24, which is 2 dozens, don't you know? The final clue is double click. When do we use a double click, children? With all the computer usage you have been doing, I'm sure you know the double click is used to open a file on the desktop. And with this, we are done and we add up to 26. Please clap for yourselves, children. You have played amazingly well. I'm sure you've been having a gala time over the quiz. But if you want to try another activity, you can try this. Try copying and pasting the contents of a Word document into a Paint file. Notice what happens. Do you think it is better to work on a Paint file as compared to a Word file? What did you learn from this experience? If you want, you can share your findings with your teachers. Thank you, children, for coming on this journey with me throughout this year. I know this has been a challenging year, but I have seen that you have been really patient and strong. I wish you all the best for the coming session, and I hope that you keep practicing on your computers and get really good at it. And then maybe you can share some insights with me as well. Take care and stay well, children.